Today we're going to be learning about Minion. So it's basically an add-on manager for games. Specifically, we'll be looking at ESO, but you can also use it for World of Warcraft and maybe some other games. But as you can see, the first three are what we're going to be focusing on. So it installs add-ons for you, it keeps them updated for you, and then you can manage them yourself, easily uninstalling them, easily updating them, whatever. First things first, we gotta download it. Head to the top right, click the download button, it will take you to the platform page. It supports Windows, Mac, and Java.exe if you want, but most computers will be Windows, most will be 64-bit. If you have an older computer, just double check to make sure it's not only 32-bit, because this one will give you problems. But yeah, so you just want to click this and it will give you the installer. So once you're in your downloads folder, you simply just double click the installer, say yes. This will pop up and you just basically keep pressing next until it says install, and then you click it. I already have it installed, so I will see you on the actual application. But yeah, you press install and it's pretty straightforward from there. Now you need to open Minion, so it'll probably be on your desktop. I'm just going to open it up from the start menu, but you can do whatever you want. So now that I have Minion open, you can see this is what it should look like. If it doesn't, sometimes that happens, but there's always going to be a plus button. Now, if there's not a plus button for some reason, then chances are you either have to reinstall Minion or reboot your computer or just simply close this and reopen. That worked for me the first time because I had the problem, but anyways, there should be a plus button. So if there is, you simply click it and it will say select a game, we're Elder Scrolls Online, and it wants you to find the add-on folder. So unless you've changed it, it should be in your documents, Elder Scrolls, Live, add-ons. Oh, actually, sorry, that's the add-ons folder. So you simply select the folder. Now you should see this. You should see the 4 buttons, and I don't think you would have any already installed, but yeah. Actually, that is an important note to make. So if you have installed any previous ones, you should actually delete the folder that's in the add-on folder, and then you should actually install them through Minion. That just saves a tremendous amount of headaches later on if you want to update them or reinstall them, delete them. It just saves you so much time. So now we can move on to how to actually use Minion. So the biggest thing you're going to want to use is the Find More tab. So as you can see, it already lists a lot of really popular ones. It's a huge list, so you know, you kind of need to know what you're looking for. I personally went through each one of them just to see if it was any good. You definitely should not have, but I did it. So anyways, let's say you have one that you definitely want to use. I'm just trying to use one that won't conflict. So for example, Master Merchant. So all you have to do is press install, and just like that, it does it for you. Easy peasy. And now you can find it in your install tab. So Master Merchant, let's remember that. It's alphabetical, thank goodness. And whoops, Master Merchant right here. So now you can actually use right click and it will show you a lot of things that you can do with this add-on. So visit website's probably the one you would want to use the most, just because that's how you see how you can actually use the add-on. Also, you can uninstall or reinstall if it's not working. You can also update them. I personally don't have any. I'm just gonna uninstall it, but watch how quick this is. Boom, done. Like it's just so good. Minion's so good for that. Anyways, I actually don't have any that I can update, which sucks. But if I did, it would be at the top. That's the best thing about Minion too, is oh, it has an update all button. But if you want to do it manually, maybe you don't want to update one because, you know, sometimes when they update stuff right away, it will break the add-on or something. So if you just want to ride it out, see how other people are feeling, there'll be an update button right here. And what Minion actually does is it brings all the ones that needs to be updated to the very top so you can see them. Alright, now that we're in the game, you can see my beautiful so add-ons. As you can see, there is an add-ons button right here, but it's not actually the one that you're going to want to use to configure add-ons per se. So if we do click on this, you can see it will list all the add-ons that we have installed. The issue is you can't actually configure them. So you can click on it, it will tell you what it is. You can click on this little box and then it will disable it. So there is this cool little thing here though. You can actually use them based on character. So I guess that's kind of cool, but you'll see why it's not later. But anyways, so yeah, let's say you didn't want, I don't know, crafting stations on your other ones. Like let's say you have one person, like mine's Lurtos. that's my crafting tune. So I could go on this one and have crafting stations on. Then I can go to a day shield and turn it off. That's actually pretty cool. And then if I go back to Lurtos, it's activated again. So that's actually really cool, especially for people that like maybe you have a tune just for crafting or a tune just for trials or something. You don't need all this other stuff, or you have just a resource farmer. Super useful for picking and choosing. But yeah, so anyways, there is something I want to go over, but I think I need to be in game. Let's just check real quick. Harvest map. Okay, yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to see. So, for example, some add-ons actually require separate add-ons. They're called dependencies. So as you can see, I have them all, but let's say I didn't have one of these. It would actually have red text, and that would mean, and also there'd be red text here saying that there's a missing dependency. But let's just say you need a lib3d. So I'm going to show you on Minion how to actually find that, and then you can download it. Just keep in mind you will have to restart your ESO before it takes effect, but that's just how Minion works. So yeah, let's say you needed a library, you can just go on Minion, the Find More tab, and you can go into libraries, and you can install them here. Simple as that. So I'm in game now, and I'm going to press Escape, and now you can see we have the add-ons page just as we did before, so you can configure it per character, for this character specifically, but we can also go to Settings, and so this kind of makes me a little mad, but whatever. Maybe not other people. So under settings, you'll see this thing called add-ons. That's where you can actually configure most of these add-ons. But of course, there's always one or two that decides to make their own little friggin' sub thing here. And honestly, for bandits, I do appreciate it because it is something you'll be using a ton. So it's kind of nice to have its own, but like, are you really that special? Anyways, so add-ons. So yeah, you can actually go ahead and play with some of these. I will say though, for some of them, if it has anything to do with the UI, chances are you'll have to do the /reload UI. And when you do that, it will redo the screen and then you'll see any changes that you've made. And some of them you can actually drag and drop. So for example, if you hold down the period button, or the dot button, you can actually have your cursor move around. You can actually move things around. This is an add-on. Like for example, Bandits UI. If you click on this, move frames, it'll actually have like a big thing. Obviously, the blue is the ones that are native to Elder Scrolls, whereas the gray ones are Bandit UI, ones that they add. So yeah, it's really cool. I mean, there's tons of things you can do with add-ons. I don't want to go through each add-on, but I just wanted to point out that you can actually change the add-on settings in the settings add-on. This took me a little bit the first time, so I decided I would just go over it real quick.